My advocacy is titled A Journey Without a Roadmap. So on this 28th of May, that was last month, I had the privilege of joining the Deputy Governor, present and former Transportation Commissioners, Cabinet members, and others to unveil the Lagos transport policy. It was particularly gratifying for me because, despite attempts in the past, this initiative commenced during my tenure as Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos State. And it was delightfully concluded by this present administration. So I can say authoritatively, because I did the research before we started, that this policy thrust commenced during my tenure and is the first of such policy in transportation that we have in all of Nigeria. Even Nigeria didn't have a transport policy. Recently, we saw numerous discussions turn to scoring the present administration on their performance so far. So I think before we even go into performance in any sphere, it's important to determine, first of all, ascertain, establish where we are in any endeavor, decide where exactly we want to go, and then come up with a plan with which to get there. A journey without a roadmap is a journey to nowhere. Unless the purpose of the journey is just a fancy or a junket to somewhere familiar. When we do seek to chart a course into a progressive future that is largely unknown, the absence of a roadmap will be setting out for failure or at best chaos and confusion. Congestion, pollution, and economic stagnation. Does that sound familiar? I will speak on the development of transportation in Nigeria using Lagos as a case study. Lagos is estimated to be the fastest growing city in Africa and the 7th fastest in the world. Therefore, the quality of life in what could easily become, what is already a mega city, and there's a new term now, a meta city, because a mega city is 10 million. We're at least 20. We're a meta city now. The quality of our life collectively is determined by the efficiency with which people, goods, and services are transported within our megalopolis. There can be no smart city without smart planning. So despite significant investment by successive Lagos state governments and administrations, the city still faces significant challenges. Rapid urbanization. At the time we're in office, I think the statistic at the time was that over 100 people came into Lagos every half hour, and they don't return from where they come from. So clearly that gives a challenge in terms of planning to whoever is there. And Lagos carries a lot of Nigeria's burdens. Our port serves 2/3 of Nigeria. Most of what is happening in Nigeria is actually having Lagos as a hub, as an engine for it. So Lagos is overburdened already. So which makes it planning, demand for planning, even more urgent in Lagos. So it's these issues that a policy in every sector will set out to address. So by setting out the framework for environmental and economic development, we need to have a plan from which to start and know exactly where we're going. And then we need to have efficient movement of our goods, services, and people, like I said earlier, to ensure the welfare of our citizens. So how have we presumed to execute projects without a policy in any sector of our nation building? Why do we imagine we can boycott the process of research, consultation, and collaboration that many successful nations embark upon in their quest for development? Does this not explain why we seem to be going round and round in circles and going nowhere?